Hi, welcome to the Centerville Farmers Market on this gorgeous Thursday afternoon. We are here at State Route 48 and Spring Valley Road, and we're celebrating Centerville's 50th anniversary as a city. We're going to go around and talk with our vendors today, so join us on Centerville Reports on Location. Welcome to Centerville Reports on Location. We are here at the Centerville Farmers Market. I'm Maureen Russell-Hodson.
And I'm Dan Ferguson.
And I'm Kristin Gottman.
And join us as we talk with all the vendors today about all the goodies they brought for the Centerville Farmers Market. Joining me now is Kristin Gottman, the assistant to the city manager. And Kristin, tell us what we can expect here at the Farmers Market.
Well, we're here at the Centerville Farmers Market. We're on the corner of 48 and South Main Street, 892 South Main Street in the parking lot. And the Centerville Farmers Market is very alive and well today. We have about 10 vendors, we have a food truck, and we have the city's 50th anniversary committee, and we also have performance by Alexis Gomez. So it's going to be a full day. We're here every Thursday through the end of October from 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. You can visit CentervilleFarmersMarket.com to get all the information on all the different vendors. It's free, open to the public. There's plenty of parking available. So we hope to see you.
And there's so many, such a great variety of items offered. We're going to go around and talk with each of the vendors, and they'll tell us about their specialties. But what is it about a farmer's market that really brings people out? The freshness, the buy local?
I think all of that. I think the people really, it's a good experience to come around and visit the different booths and see what they may have to offer. A lot of the products are grown here locally in Montgomery County, and they're picked that morning and then brought to the market. And they're very fresh and very local.
And you were saying it's every Thursday through the end of October. Yes. However, it does not end there because two winter markets, right?
Yes, November, the third Thursday in November from 12 to 4, and then also the third Thursday in December from 12 to 4, we move indoors to the Benham's Grove Barn.
So for more information about that or for a list of vendors, you can go to the website for that as well, right? And what's really fun is that we typically don't bring the city out, but today we did because we're celebrating our 50th anniversary. So we have an extra little booth here that people can come by and talk with us. And music you offer on occasion out here, right?
Yes, we do like to have music when we can. We're very fortunate to have Alexis Gomez here today, but we try to have different organizations, different musicians come out and perform.
And food truck today, too.
We have a food truck today, in addition to the vendors that are here every week.
Okay, well, we're going to go grab Dan, and we're going to go out and meet these vendors.
Hi, I'm with Tim Blair of Blair Food Specialty Meats. He's also the owner and the market manager of the farmers market. So tell me a little bit about what you sell.
What we sell is omega-3 meats, or high in omega-3s, balanced with the omega-6s, so that makes it a really healthy product for people to enjoy. The flavor's there, and we have just a tremendous following anymore because of the taste and the flavor and the health benefits they have of our meats and our milk and our eggs.
So what kind of cuts of meat do you sell?
I sell steak, I sell hamburgers, hamburger patties, we have pork chops. Our big special is marinated pork chops, marinated tenderloins. We sell lots and lots of them because they're already marinated or easy to cook.
Yeah, and you're also the market manager.
Right.
You brought us Alexis Gomez today, so what else have you planned for the season?
I have finished out the season. We've got a couple more vendors that are interested in coming out to give us a little more diversity in the products we have. And the people that are here, you can come out, they're local people, so you can come out and visit with them. They can tell you what they have, and they can actually explain to you how they raise it or how they make it and what it's made with.
It's that local connection that makes
That's that local connection that don't get any better than that.
Yeah, and you know your product better than anyone else.
That's
and
right.
How to cook it and what makes it, give it that special flavor.
Right. What our special flavor is just the way we feed the animals and how we care for them, and they're humanely treated. That's our stance.
And as market manager, what exactly are your responsibilities?
The responsibility is get my foot traffic up. We need customers out here, people to come out and support us. We need more vendors, And my responsibility is to see that they're here each week and to make sure that we have products for the people that are coming out to enjoy it.
Okay.
This is Tina Wagner with Tina's Sweet Treats. And Tina, wow, you really have sweet treats.
We do.
What can folks taste when they come by here?
So we do a little of everything. We've got cookies and muffins. We do specialty cakes, brownies, donuts, biscuits, French bread.
And everything's gluten-free.
Everything's gluten-free, 100%.
Tell folks what gluten-free means.
So gluten-free means there's no wheat, rye, barley, and we don't use any oats in any of our products. So the flour mix is my own that I developed, and all the recipes are based off of that, and I develop all recipes off of, myself.
Wow.
So yeah.
Do you have a lot of trial and error that you had to?
We have a lot of trial and error. We have a lot of trial and error, and my family is always the guinea pigs.
Oh, aren't they lucky?
Yes. Well, sometimes.
This is your first year at the market. How do you like it so far?
I love it. It is great, and everybody has been so welcoming and so nice, and it's been absolutely wonderful. So, very excited to be here.
Well, we're glad you're here, and of all the items that you have, which we say are a lot, what's your favorite?
Yes.
What would you recommend to somebody?
My favorite right now would be our sweet and salty cookies. They're jumbo cookies, and they've got butterscotch and chocolate chips. They've got gluten-free pretzels, and then we sprinkle them with sea salt.
And because they're gluten-free, they have no calories, right?
Right.
That's what I thought.
No calories.
Well, thanks for talking with us this afternoon. It's
Thank
a great
you.
day out here.
It's gorgeous.
We're glad that you're here, and all the best to you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
This is Katie Hall with Fox and Sock Soapery. And Katie, you've been around for a couple years anyway, right?
Yeah, this is my third year with the market here in Centerville.
And so tell us, you have a lot of really great smelling soaps. Tell us about the soaps.
Well, my number one focus is supporting other local businesses as well as supporting my dreams. So in all of my bars, I actually use locally sourced omega-3 raw milk from Blair Food, and then I also use the locally sourced raw honey. And they make for a very nourishing bar of soap. So you're gonna get like an ultra creamy lather, and you're gonna actually be moisturizing your skin as well as cleaning your skin every time you use a bar.
So when you're soaping up, there's no need to put moisturizer on afterwards because it's all in one stop.
Oh, absolutely. I know I'm the kind of person that always forgets moisturizer after I shower, because it's like once I'm done, I'm done. So this kind of kills two birds with one stone.
Tell us about some of the different scents that you have.
Some of the scents that I brought today, my number one sellers are definitely my Detoxify. It's an activated charcoal and tea tree soap. So it's gonna work deep into your pores to clean out all those nasty oils, but not strip your skin of the essential oils that you need. Another really great seller is my Gentle and Calm. It's a vanilla lavender, so it smells really soothing. It's a great bar of soap to have in your shower. And another one that I'm really excited about having today is my Spicy Citrus. It's a very fragrant bar. It has notes of cinnamon and cloves and orange, and it will fill your whole bathroom up with that wonderful scent.
How did you get interested in making soap?
I actually have a chemistry background, so I went to college for biochemistry. And when I decided that, maybe that really wasn't the path for me, I got into doing like the chemical reactions of soap making, and I got really into it because I have trouble skin. I have acne problems, I have rosacea problems, and I really wanted to try and find a bar of soap that would help my skin be its best, and that's when I formulated my bar soaps.
Okay, well your skin is beautiful, so obviously whatever you created is working. What soap would you suggest for that?
The soap that I use on a daily basis, religiously, is my Detoxify.
Okay. Now we have the soap part, but you also have these cute little things, right?
I have my slipper socks. I use 100% acrylic. I hand make all of them, so they're all made with love. I'm currently sold out just because they sell like hotcakes, and especially with the winter season coming up, a lot of people like getting them for gifts. So today I brought my jars of yarn, and I'm just working away back here. So hopefully in the next couple weeks I'll have these slippers out for holiday season.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll have. This is a great gift any time of year for someone.
Absolutely.
And so you say the number one is Detoxify, but obviously, if you don't like a heavy scent, you've got the unscented as well.
Oh, I always make sure to keep the bare naked just for people to try the base bar. It still has that amazing omega-3 raw milk and raw honey in it. So you're still going to get all the benefits of all the other bars, just like you said, without the extra fragrance.
All right, well, thanks for your time today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This is Amy Farr. She is with Wandering's Lavender Farm. And Amy, I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
I didn't even know there was such a thing as a lavender farm. Tell me about that.
Well, our lavender, we have about a 5-acre farm where we grow about 4,000 plants in it, mostly English and then some French lavender.
And how did you get interested in lavender?
We got interested, firstly, my sister and I, we got from our mother a love for gardening. And we went out west in 2006 and saw the lavender farms, and we thought we could do that here.
And there was good old American intuition, right?
Yeah, and then a combination of my mother who moved out on our property in Clarksville, she fell ill and died. And we were trying to think about what to do with her house on the front of our land, and we couldn't sell it. And then we thought, oh, let's start a lavender farm. Wouldn't that be fun? And little we know, we are also both chemical engineers by training, although we have left that business, and we use a lot of that in the problem solving of farming that comes up. So we got into the farming originally, and then I, in my chemical engineering, knew how to make lotions and creams, and so I got into wanting to have a really good lavender lotion for after I gardened. And I made the lotion, and then friends and family just kept asking me, well, why don't you make a cream? Why don't you make this? Why don't you make that? And so that's why I've got a whole bunch of things.
And before we started our talking, you gave me some of the lotion, and boy, it is wonderful. It's soft. Tell us about some of the products that you have here.
Our lotion is very popular that we have. We also have a linen spray that is nice for spraying on your linens or your skin. And we have the sachets, which is good for putting in your drawer or carrying it in your purse, and our bar soap that is just really nice and soft for your hands.
Well, what is the benefit of lavender? You know, we hear lavender is very popular. It's a popular scent to give people, but why is that?
That's a really good question to ask. It actually has been medically proven to have reduce anxiety. It's been compared against low-level antidepressants, and it does as well or better than them. And you can get it 3 ways, either from just breathing or your skin or taking it in like tea. So some people take like the culinary lavender and they make a tea out of it and drink it that way. So any of those ways, I think that's why Kim and I like it so much. We are out in the farm, we're among the plants, and it's just nice to just not just see them when it's the big purple bloom, but just the smell just is uplifting. Even people who don't like the smell of lavender, they end up feeling that benefit anyway.
Yeah, and I noticed you have bug spray.
Yes.
That's something that people are always looking for, and something that's non-toxic kind of bug spray.
Right. It's got the lavender essential oil in it, and then it has fractions of coconut oil in it that makes your skin not taste good to bugs.
So I have to ask you, do you miss your chemical engineer career? It sounds like this is a pretty
I
good
don't
career.
think like I've missed it at all, it's really fun to work with my sister and now my nephew, who is helping us out at the sales booth. And we really appreciate Centerville because it's just a really lovely market here.
Well, we're glad you're here. We hope to see you around.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Tim Downing of Spring Valley Farm. So tell me about what you have here today at the market.
Well, I got sweet corn, I got melons, lots of tomatoes.
Beautiful tomatoes.
Tons of tomatoes. I literally got 5.5 tons of tomatoes probably in the field to pick.
And is it just a one-man operation?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Except for the crows.
Except for the crows.
Except for things flying around.
So you have some eggplant, but you also have something I've never seen before.
Yeah, that's patty pan summer squash.
And what is that? Or what can I do with this?
What I do is just slice it, salt and pepper, roll it in flour, and fry it in butter. That's what I do. It's really good.
And it's called what?
Patty pan summer squash, or scallops. Some people call them scallops because they look kind of like a scallop. But they're beautiful, beautiful squash.
Yeah. And you have a wide variety of produce here that you're selling.
Yeah, I got, of course, squash, cucumbers.
And it's a good growing season.
Watermelon. Yeah, I've got a lot of good stuff, a lot of nice stuff, and a lot more stuff coming on.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm here with Sam of Foxhole Farm from Brookville, Ohio, and you are the owner with your husband and a farmer.
Yes.
And you have a wide variety of wares. Could you tell me, I guess, what you grow and sell?
Sure. I won't list all of the produce. We grow a wide range of produce, and that includes herbs as well. So we'll try to grow a lot of potted herbs so folks can take them home and plant those and grow them themselves. In the spring, we'll do some other vegetable transplants too. And on top of that, we're also selling floral jellies that I make at home.
And how do you make those?
So it's really cool. I sort of make a tea out of the wildflowers that grow on the farm. And then I take that tea and I follow the traditional jelly process, which uses pectin, lemon juice, and sugar. So it's a really nice product. And then actually we're inviting sheep to our farm this fall. So next year we'll have grass-fed lamb as well.
Oh wow, that sounds delicious. And so how did you get into farming?
Actually, I went to culinary school out in New York. I graduated from Alter High School, which I hear you did too.
Yes.
So I graduated from there, moved out to New York to go to culinary school, and that's when I started volunteering on farms out in the Hudson Valley and learned about farm to table. And I learned that I love to work with my hands, but I wanted to do it outside growing things. So.
And the farm to table, is that part of the regenerative agriculture movement, or what is that?
It's sort of its own thing apart from that. Regenerative really means that we're feeding the soil with things like organic compost, peat moss, old vegetable matter, instead of spraying or adding fertilizers or pesticides to our management practices. So that means that all the plants will be healthy and we won't need to, they'll be very vigorous. So we don't have as much of a need to apply anything. So the only thing we use is insect netting when it comes to managing pests, and weeds we do ourselves with our hands and tractor.
So it's more natural and better for the environment?
We think so.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
And then do you have a website that folks could look at?
We sure do. Yeah. So it's you can find more information about us at foxholefarmohio.com. And then we're on Instagram too, that's where you can really keep up to speed on a weekly basis. So it's instagram.com/foxholefarmer.
Okay, well thank you so much, Sam, and Foxhole Farm.
Hi, I'm talking with Scott Boschert from Twin Creek Apiaries, and wow, it's been a good season for bees this year?
Absolutely, it has been.
So obviously we know that honey comes from bees. Tell us a little bit of the process, what you all do.
What I do is I make sure that they have the food out in the yards that I put at. They got to have close to water, got to have plenty of flowers, trees, and things like that. And then they always put the honey in the top boxes.
They do their work, right?
They do their work. And then in July, I extract my first batch of honey. I call it the spring blossom, and it's a real clear honey.
Okay.
Compared to the fall honey, which I extract in September.
Okay, so there's a difference there.
Big difference. Nice, real easy flavors, really sweet, and then a bold tasting flower of honey.
Tell us what you brought here today, because you've been around this market for a long time, right?
I think it's 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
5 or 6 years.
And I know everybody loves this.
Everybody loves this.
Yeah.
Yep, this is the honey sticks. Comes in multiple flavors. It takes a regular honey, no flavoring whatsoever, and we add flavoring and coloring to it, and you give it the taste of an apple or cherry, or today we brought chocolate.
Yeah, and again, a good natural product versus maybe eating something that's full of sugars. And if you've never really tasted this honey, how is it different from maybe a store-bought honey? What's the difference?
The difference is, well, you may get the consistency of a honey from the store-bought that's not local, but you won't get the floral taste, because a lot of places have added corn syrup to the honey, and it's not around here. If it's probably bought from like California or something like that, or comes from overseas, and then they just add a bunch of stuff to it.
So you just take the honey right from...
Yep, and right from the hive, and I strain it. So that I get the big particles out of it, the wax, and what we call propolis, and that's all I do to it.
So how long does it take from pulling the honey from the hive to the time it gets into a bottle?
Well, it takes about a day to pull the honey.
So, okay.
So it takes about a day to extract the honey. So it's about a 2 day to 3 day process.
So, but it's really fresh honey then?
Yes, this is July of this year.
Okay, and I know you must have a lot of fun honey Be my honey, a lot of sweet, loving
I'm
things.
always called the honey guy or the sweetest guy around.
Oh, well, we'll end with that. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
This is Amy Hoptry. She is with Barefoot Girls Soap Company. And Amy, you've got some great things here. Tell us about your soaps.
Thank you. So I do make these soaps from scratch using my own recipes. Both the soaps and lotions contain fresh goat milk from a local farm, plant-based oils, and shea butter. All really good things for your skin.
How did you get into the soap business?
So I started my company 3.5 years ago. I had to quit my corporate job because of an autoimmune illness that took me down for a little while. When I was well enough to work again, I started this business.
Was it something that you wanted to get into the soap business, or did you just try to find a product that would take care of something that you wanted to take care of, or how did soap become the business?
It was something that I always kind of wanted to do. And my husband said, why don't you do this? And I said, well, okay. So I started the business. It didn't start as a hobby, it just started as a passion and something fun to do.
And your skin is lovely.
Thank you.
You use all your own products, I take it?
I do. I do use the soap regularly, and I use the lotion as well.
And tell us, you were saying if somebody wanted to put it together, a gift basket, that's something that you can accommodate as well, right?
Sure, absolutely. In addition to the soaps and lotions, which are my primary business, I also have a lot of items that people use either for gifting or just to treat themselves. So I have the soap dishes, which are really nice. The soap sack, which you can use in place of like the scrunchie.
Oh, okay.
And they're really good for exfoliation. Then I also have the loofahs, which are nice because people like those too. And then the brushes. So the brush is good for either scrubbing in the shower or for dry brushing, which is really good for improving your circulation.
So all of these, you said you make
Yes.
trial and error when you first came up with your recipes, or how did you come up with recipes?
So the soap was the one that I started with first, and it took me a few tries till I got it just the way I wanted. But a lot of research went into it ahead of time. I wanted to know everything about every oil that was out there to use, and all of the properties and what they brought to the table, and came up with a formula that really was for my own skin, but it is good for really anyone and of any age. It's gentle, it's natural, and it's just really skin soothing.
Well, I was going to ask, what's the advantage of your soap versus maybe just picking up something at your drugstore or the grocery store?
So a lot of the products that you find in the drugstore, the grocery store, the soaps aren't really soaps. They're more of a detergent. And the glycerin is removed from the product. So then they have to add in all of these other things to make it, soap. So this is actually a natural product. It's made with plant-based oils, fresh goat milk, and the goat milk is really good for your skin. It's very nourishing, it's moisturizing, it's exfoliating, and it creates a pH balanced bar. So it's really good for sensitive skin.
So if somebody wanted to get something specific, let's say for acne or eczema, you would be able to point out a soap that would be good for that.
So any one of these goat milk soaps is good for eczema. It's actually very good at curing eczema, and I found that out myself. It cured my eczema. So I give that as a testimony to customers that say, hey, I have personal experience with this. If someone has acne, the best product for them would be my tea tree soap. Tea tree is a natural antibacterial, and it is known to improve acne.
Well, thanks for spending some time with us and sharing the story of your soap, and they absolutely smell wonderful too.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm here with Dan of Twisted River Coffee Roasters, and he has a wide array of different coffees, and as I understand, you roast it yourself. And
roast it all myself, 20 pounds at a time on a 100-year-old roaster.
So small batch roasting, and you have
exactly
from dark roast
to light roast to flavored to blends. Yep.
And it's not very pretentious, so even if you don't know a lot about coffee, they should come to you. You seem very knowledgeable about coffee.
I try, darn it.
Yeah.
That's right.
So if I came to you and didn't know anything about coffee, you could recommend?
Yeah, what I would do is I give you a sample. I usually have 3 different coffees to sample. See if any of those fall into where you like, and point you into the direction where I think it should be. So.
And you also have flavored?
I do have flavored coffee, so 2, 4, 6 different flavors. Yeah.
And so people can be ground. You have a ground already or whole bean.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, and people can use this for their morning brew, or if they like it cold or ice.
You can do them any way you want to brew it, on any apparatus you like.
And how did you get into roasting your own coffee beans?
I'd been in coffee for over 20 years and pretty much worked for everybody, from the big guys to some small guys, and I decided to do it for myself. So in January of 2015, I started this company. So.
And you've been out of this market for 3?
Yeah, I think this is our 3rd year here, yeah.
And if people can't make out here on Thursdays, you also wholesale out to sellers?
Wholesale, we have an online presence. Dorothy Lane Market sells our coffee. Dots Market in Bellbrook sells our coffee. And then we have 20 different wholesale accounts from Troy down to Cincinnati.
So if they can't make out to this market, they have plenty of opportunity to get your delicious coffee.
Exactly, yes sir.
Well, thank you so much, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Take care.
This is Russ Garber, our good friend from Garber Farms. You've been part of this farmer's market since the beginning, right?
Correct.
How many years has that been? A lot.
A lot, but
Yeah.
I went to market a lot longer than that.
I know, you've been a farmer for a long time.
I was born a farmer.
You were born a farmer. And all your kids are farmers, right? Or
No.
Oh, I thought they helped you with your produce and things.
Only a couple of them are.
Oh, okay.
Of course, they were 12 of them.
So you had a lot of farm hands when they were
I
little.
did. I kept them busy.
Yeah, I know, and you are busy here. We had a heck of a time getting over here to get a chance to talk to you. Tell us what you've got today.
Well, you know, sometimes I tell them they want to know what I raise. I say everything from asparagus to zucchini.
A to Z.
A to Z.
You got it covered.
Yeah.
So today, are peaches in good time for peaches?
These are some homegrown peaches. They're not real pretty. They're kind of like the old man. They ain't real pretty.
So you got a lot of fruits and vegetables here. Tell us about your baked goods.
Well, some of them we bake in our bakery, and my son and his family has the covered wagon up here, up north of Union, and they bake the pies and the cakes. But they baked pies and cakes before they had that for the market. So now they make a lot more of them.
And then you've got some canned goods over here, jarred
Yeah.
canned items.
For instance, the pickled beef. We usually can about 1,000 pints a year. And then the jellies and the bread and butter pickles, maybe about 800 pints. And on and on.
Yeah, and I see you've got some great corn. It's a great time for corn, right? That corn looks delicious.
It is.
Of course it is. What do you like about the Centerville Farmers Market? Well, you're honest. It's a busy market. A lot of people come, right?
You know, every once in a while I tell my customers, I say, you're mighty fine folks, but that's really not why I come. But I really enjoy it.
I know you do. And what's great about you is you really have you have regulars who come back week after week.
You got to.
And so you've made a lot of friends out here.
I have. You know, there's a lot of people calls me Russell and I don't know their name.
So what's some of your favorite things that you sell out here? What do people really enjoy?
We buy a lot of baked goods.
Oh, you do sell a lot of baked goods.
I do.
All right.
But I sell a lot of other things.
Yeah. Yeah. And you help people with some recipes also, right? If they don't know how to prepare something or what something is, like
rhubarb?
Like rhubarb. What would you tell someone to do with this?
Oh, I would tell them to chop it up in chunks and stew it and put plenty of sugar with it. And then I like to take that stewed rhubarb and just put it on a nice piece of homemade bread.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Now, when it comes to making pies out of it, that's beyond me.
Okay. Well, thanks you're always in such a great mood. You have such a wonderful spirit. It's always a joy to talk to you year after year.
Well, you know, down there at the 2nd Street Market, there's some people comes in the door right across from me, and they say they do that every Saturday because it just makes them feel better to see me.
I can believe that. What's your advice for having such a good day every day?
Well, I have never had a cup half empty. They've always been half full.
That's a great, great message.
And then also, people tell me to have a good day. They're all good, some better than others.
Right. It's always a pleasure talking to you, Russ.
Right.
Thanks so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for us today. But before we close, Dan, what was your favorite part of the market?
I'd have to say my favorite part was the freshly roasted coffee.
Oh, freshly roasted coffee. How about for you, Kristin?
I really enjoyed just seeing all the people coming out today and supporting their local producers and growers and supporting the city of Centerville.
It is a wonderful event. It's the Farmers Market is offered every Thursday afternoon until the end of October. Then we have, again, 2 markets in the winter.
Yes.
At Benham's Grove. Best place to go for information, Kristin?
CentervilleFarmersMarket.com.
And for more information about the city of Centerville, visit us at our website, centervilleohio.gov. Thanks for watching. Remember, buy fresh, buy local. We'll see you next time at the Centerville Farmers Market.